Welcome back, everyone. So, earlier today I went to Lakewood and now I am doing some more vintage shopping. Hey everyone, so we are going to Angry Mama's Antiques and Interiors here in Cumming, one of my favorite places to go. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, and as we walk in, I always kind of go towards the left and always do tend to look at this green cabinet. This one's quite gorgeous. And of course, gotta look over the salt and pepper shakers, nothing too kitschy. But what does catch my eye is this awesome Japan squeak toy. At $25, he's about retail, but really fun nonetheless. Trying to give an overview, slow it down a little bit. Definitely some mantiques in this booth. Lots of tools, cans, some awesome displays, and some pottery and such, as well as a huge piece of driftwood, and a cute little frozen Charlotte. Alright, and definitely one of the best vendors here is just the vintage kitchen booth. Definitely a great array of stuff. Obviously, we got the Merry Mushroom. Now, I will note that most everything in this booth is pretty much up there in retail price. Though, if you're on the hunt for something in particular, it is just perfect for you. But for resale, obviously, I'm not able to pick up anything, which is totally all right. It's still fun to see all nonetheless, as well as the Sears Neil Frog collection. I think I've mentioned before, but I definitely grew up with a Neil the Frog cookie jar all growing up. Of course, got the butter print, the polka dots. I absolutely love these. I've picked up a few of these bowls in the past, a little bit on the harder to find side, and of course, we got the daisies, one of my favorite prints being the pink Pyrex, and then moving on over to that gooseberry, which I have the majority of this in my collection for the most part. Then I spot some more glass. Just wanted to give an overview. I know there are a lot of glass fans out there. Personally, I don't pick it up too often, like I've mentioned. Let's move over to some uranium. I am keeping an eye out nowadays for some decent deal prices on glassware for the booth. But honestly, I am not a huge fan of shipping, especially some of the like swung vases. Some of like the little cups and saucer plates are easy, but nothing beyond that. Alright, and pan on over to this booth. I see they are currently running a 20% off sale, which is always one of my favorites. The sale, that is. I did notice cute anthropomorphic little Google cups for $22 each, pretty much close to retail. Looking at the little tchotchkes. Always like to look, you never know who you're gonna find. Did see some cute squeak toys. Always like to try to pick those up when you can at a decent price. And I do notice this booth full of salt and pepper shakers. Granted, some of them are on the newer side, more towards 80s, made in Taiwan, but you never know. There might be a vintage one a little earlier dashed in there here and there. But just giving the booth a good overview, nothing that really catches my eye, honestly. But again, trying to give you guys a little bit of a better overview of like what I'm actually seeing in these YouTube videos. So going over to this cabinet, I thought that bust was absolutely darling. Honestly, don't know the age on her, but she was quite fun. And spot the Blythe t-shirt I'm referring to. And then I looked at this awesome yellow table and chair set. I think one of my friends actually was mentioning this table and chair set. Quite fun, a little little bit similar to mine, but mine's a little bit on the larger side, and my table doesn't have the fold down leaves. And they also have a great array of vintage children's books, regular books, a bunch of old vintage ephemera. Here's a little bit of a close-up of some of them. I think some of these are actually old songbooks, storybooks. Really fun. I actually picked up some old songbooks from the 20s and 30s the other week, but spot this awesome trash can. Loved the patina and age on it. Quite fun. Definitely sturdy, I'll say that. And also thought this tabletop gaming console was really fun. I do not know anything about games. I'm trying to slowly but surely get myself into Knowledgeville of video games and old equipment of such, but it's a long process and a slow process. But anyways, here is a bunch of old signs. This vendor definitely takes the time and effort to find some really fun pieces. Thought this bank was quite unique. Kind of reminded me of like a Toy Story alien or something. Scan on over to a bunch of bells, some salt and pepper shakers, and my, again, favorite thing to see is a sale. So this booth was 75% off. I absolutely adored this hat box, but ended up not being on sale, so left it behind. And then we got a Donnie and Marie vinyl holder. Really fun. I've seen those a couple of times before. We got a little chenille celluloid-faced doll at $30. About retail, if not a little over. Those don't sell like hotcakes personally. Though we do have a little rubber-faced monkey, little Zip. Maybe if he was a Russian, I would have ended up picking him up. But again, my eye always goes for the gooseberry. And at $95 for the dish, about retail. And I think I'm about to try to look at this Barbie case, but ended up having way too much damage to pick up. And oh my word, check out this bread box. I have not seen one like this in person. Really fun. $150, definitely collector price. But be sure to check out Angry Mamas. Thanks so much for watching, and until the next one, see ya!